Boom! What an explosion of talent that enters the screen. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to everybody out there. For everybody that is joining us in the chat. Hi, Gothic Gamer. Dude, thank you for subscribing. The Fast Cat, hello. Fun Size. Oh, the Fun Size. May say hi. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We're going to play a little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. We got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a happy Fireball Day, May say. I see what you did right there. That's why I love you. And hey, Mother of Cats, happy day. We've got a Discord. You should come hang out there. There's cool people there. We also have a merch store. You can get cool stuff from the merch store. One of the t-shirts has a golden ticket. And if you find it, you get to tour the studios. There's no golden ticket, but wouldn't that be cool? I'm thinking about it now. Yeah. So yeah, we've got a lot of cool shows coming up here on the pipeline. This coming Sunday, we have another episode of Strahd Sucks, an irreverent romp through Barovia. We last left our heroes who had just had a conversation with Baba Lysaga. And one of our heroes decided to give their full name to this ancient Fey deity in return for some answers. And then, so now this Fey deity has a little bit of control over this poor PC. So we'll see what happens this coming week. The next show is actually going to be on, I believe it's a Tuesday. Is that on our Tuesday pirate game? Tune into the Discord. We'll have a definite answer for you. But this coming Tuesday, some of our players from our D&D 101 game are going to play a pirate-centric game of Dungeons and Dragons. You can tune in for that. And then on, let me rewind just a little bit. Tomorrow, we have another episode of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. You can come see me as a player and the amazing Mother of Cats as DM, and check out all the cool shenanigans that we get up to in the Wild Beyond the Witchlight Carnival. And then stay tuned to the Discord for the coolest stuff coming down the pipeline. It's the place to be. Not only are we doing cool stuff here, but there's other individuals here that got their fingers on the pulse of the tabletop community. Individuals like Icky V. Icky V is a little out of it because they just had enough sugar to power a small country. So while Icky V eats that sugar, Wolf Garen D&D, tell us a little bit about your cool streams where people can check out the cool stuff you do.
Pew, pew, pew. I can never get that quite the right tone, but I try. We playing some V-Saber every morning about 7:30 in the morning Mountain Time. Join us over at Wolfgaren D&D for some sexy sabering, and just be there and be square because nerding is fun. Just going to put that out there.
Nerding is fun. And Icky V, where can people check out the cool stuff that you're doing now that you've had some Reese's?
Yes. You can check me out mostly on Discord right now. We're trying to get groups together to do our streams once more. But for right now, you can definitely catch me on Discord. On my Twitch channel is the link for everybody. We are doing a play-by-post. There's a group in the middle of a town where they're trying to find information, but they're not quite sure what information they're trying to find. It's great.
Tune in. This is one of my favorite things to do in a game of D&D, so I'm very proud and happy for you, for both of us. Hi, yes, chat. We are not, for all of our Central Florida folks, we are not going to be at the Orlando Fringe this year, sad to say. But for anybody on the other coast, it looks like Indigo Chameleon is going to be in Denver, Colorado for the first time. We're going to the Denver Fringe. Rocky Mountain High. It's going to be a good time. So come and join us for fun shenanigans there. So thank you for those biddies. You will notice, dear players, and dear audience, our players have found themselves in Barovia. So me being the benevolent, wonderful, kind DM that I am, I have kept the Strahd Sucks rewards and allow you to fully interact with these players to the best of their capabilities. So you can do things like grant them level ups, bless for a sesh. You could even summon Strahd at a certain point if you'd like to. And you can just scroll down to that little sign right there. Use those hard-earned biddies. Use those hard-earned channel points. And I don't know, but bring a little chaos. We've got a hype train. We're at 28%. So there's 3 minutes. We'll make stuff happen. I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming stuff I hear on the channel. Hero.
Question for
Yeah,
DM
go.
though.
Yeah.
Chronologically, where does this game fall in Barovia?
What a great question.
Is it post pizza?
Heroes. You've lost. The battle was too big for everyone here. Yes, we were down a couple of important fighters and individuals as a part of our party, but when the pot got too full, the heroes did what a good hero does, which is to realize that, listen, if you want to win this fight, you're going to have to come back. A little more powerful, a little stronger. And so that's what these heroes have planned to do. So, all of that being said, heroes, you find yourselves being led through Barovia. Oh, thanks, Wolfgar and TNT. Oh, look at all those gifted subs. And Icky V, thank you for subbing. Oh. I never know what a hype train does, but we're 83% there. So, let that be known. I think it unlocks a cool emoji for everybody. Yeah. Oh, Mini B has unlocked a bless for a sesh. That's for you, XO. XO, you've got a D4 that you can add to all your rolls tonight. Thanks to Mini B.
The fast cat unlocked one for moi.
Wolf, that's Mother of Cats, our DM for the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. I love all this love here on the channel. This is very good. Nice. Heroes, you find yourselves being led through the fog and the mist that make up the side areas of the Planerverse. You are being led by Patches the Bugbear, a really large, huggable bugbear of a dude who is leading you through the mist. Thank you, Anonymous Cheer, for those 100 biddies. I think that pushed us over the edge, and thank you for those gifted subs again, gang. Thank you for helping us keep the lights on here. You've unlocked something. It's going to be great. When you are led through the mist, the bugbear in front of you seems to be in this state of intense conversation, doing his best to mystically sort of push away the fog and the mist from overwhelming the party. There's a few times where the fog and mist get very intense, and you see them sort of concentrating very hard. And this bugbear, wearing a set of faded blue overalls, seems to look back at the party occasionally with this small smile, but you see the amount of strain and the intensity that is on their face as they manage to push through the fog. Throughout the entirety of the expanse of gray in front of you, you see these small wormholes that open. I equated this to, in Strahd Sucks, the portals from Avengers. Just these like sort of swirling vortexes, some of them different sizes, some of them very small, some of them very large, and creatures sort of moving within the darkened shades of those portals, hopping from one to the next, always seemingly just out of your peripheral vision when that happens. Oh, thank you all so much. This is great. So as you're looking through all of this and making your way through the mist and fog and things of that sort, you actually find yourselves at a pretty open portal. Patches takes a second to lean over and, without a word, just sort of gestures forward for the five of you to step through the portal. And he goes, "Hey y'all. Okay, so I know you needed a little bit of help, but I'm going to need a little bit of help from you. This area is called Barovia, and it's sort of lorded over by this, well, for lack of a better term, this bit of an asshat by the name of Strahd. He's an all-powerful vampire that just sort of rules these parts a little bit, and so if you could do me a favor, I'm happy to get you here. I'm happy so that you can get your friend back. But just try to shake things up while you're here. Y'all seem like good folks, so just stand for truth and right and all that stuff, and do your best to kind of shake things up a little bit as best you can. Okay?
Macy.
Oh, Macy, you coming in hot with that 1,000 bits, bud. Thank you so much. Everybody that's the hype. We just completed level 3, baby. So yeah, that hype train is there. Thank you all so much. Patches is a country time bugbear because that's my favorite show at Disney. So as he pushes you through the portal, you finding your way into Barovia, all of you step foot into this patch of sunlight. The patch of sunlight, you were surrounded by these 4 beautiful stone obelisks. The stone obelisk sort of create this fairy ring of sorts. As you look down at the ground, you see the grass is not dead, but it's coming in. It's coming in green, almost as like when somebody's yard dies a little bit and then they work to try to bring it back. It's starting to come back here. As you come into this space, into the little patch of green that is here, heroes, what would you like to do? Before you is a pretty large looking windmill off to your left. These 4 ornate stones are decorated with all of these carvings and looks like runes and pictures on them that seem to move in the haze of the sun shining off of them.
Well, before we went through the portal, Noah had picked up Victor because he was dead. And does Noah realize that Victor is back to life yet?
I think
because he's just holding him like a suitcase at the moment.
Big Mike, you've been bought a level up, buddy. Please level up accordingly. You are dragged through. You drag him through the portal. And Exo, go ahead and take a level up. You've been leveled up accordingly.
Oh, snap. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Mason.
Yeah. So I think it's funnier if you drag Victor through the gray expanse and things of that sort, and you just didn't realize that, like, he was awake. You know, he's at 1 hit point. He's still got a lot of those injuries and things of that sort. But he's awake for the most part.
Well, he's still carrying him then, and he's got his sword in one hand and him in the other.
Okay. Perfect. You find yourselves in that stone circle. There's a giant windmill in to the side. You see that the circle of sunlight encompasses a huge portion of this yard area, but it's not large enough for you not to notice that beyond that circle of sunlight, there is this gray, desolate expanse. It looks to be, it might have been a forest at one time, but that forest has long died. Sabrina, this place reeks of death. Far more so than any other place I think you've ever been to. It's the antithesis to the city, which seems to be teeming with life even in its worser spots. Something is wrong here. The area is poisoned. The air is poisoned. And not to the fact where you would take damage, but just something sufficiently wrong has happened here.
Did Patches come through with us, or did he stay behind?
Patches left you behind. Patches sort of pushed everyone through and gave you all a small wave, saying, look for your buddy. You know what I mean? He's here, and try to raise up a little bit of hell while you're here.
He didn't give any context for that. Like, we're just agents of chaos.
No,
like...
he basically said that he didn't like Strahd. He wasn't a fan of Strahd. Strahd is the vampire guy that's sort of leading everything, and he just said try to be good. He kind of pinned you all in terms of like, hey, these look like good guys, you know. But that's Patches. He kind of tends to view things in terms of like, there's good guys and bad guys, and y'all seem like good guys. So while you're here, like, try to stay good.
Is there like a shovel or anything?
No.
Anywhere?
Give me a perception check, pal.
Let's see. That's going to be a 15 on perception check.
15 on perception. Yeah, Noah, you look around, and like I said before, there's a very large building fairly close to this circle of 4 obelisks, stone obelisk, and it's a windmill of sorts. You can see the large circular base raising up. There are tools sort of scattered about the space. I think with a 15, you would even detect some a faint voice not too far away from where you are that seems to be issuing out orders to individuals. Thank you, mother of cats.
This is amazing.
This is amazing. Yeah, we got tons of subscriptions and stuff like that. Interesting. Please do a wild magic surge at your leisure. I'll do it right now. Noah, as you're sort of looking around the space and things of that sort, you would hear a voice issuing out orders. Okay, let's try to pull back a little bit. I want to try to have an entrance that is approachable, but is not like gaudy or flashy. You know, I want it to be loud, but not too loud. It's sort of a stage whisper, if this makes sense. And as that happens, you hear, no, this is too much. And this surge of wild magic energy sort of, there's this flash, it hits the front of the house, and then immediately careens and circles around the building until it hits a shovel into your hands, Noah, as you're looking for a shovel. As you catch the shovel, buddy, thank you so much, everybody. Maximum overhype. We broke the hype train. It's forever hyped. Welcome to your new reality, where hype trains are a thing. Noah, I need a D100, my dude, as we go to the special, super cool wild magic table.
Boom.
This was written by a good friend of mine, Trevor Colt. It was written for a one-shot, and I have never thrown it away. It is by far my favorite wild magic table of all time. What'd you get, bud?
It would be a 51.
51. Okay.
Great. I love the laugh.
No, this is oddly appropriate. As Noah grabs the shovel, you all hear chugga, 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 choo choo. And Noah, I need a dexterity saving throw, my dude.
How creepy is that on a hype train, though?
That is insanely good.
I know, right?
It's amazing.
Now, does Victor need to make a save as well, because he's am I
Nah.
still being carried by Noah?
Yes, you
Yeah,
are,
you're still
but he's
being
holding
carried by
you.
me.
So the only one who really needs to make this is
That's
Noah.
going to be a
There's a
20.
hydrant like
That's a
that.
nat 20.
Okay. I gotta I'm trying to take a picture of this because I wouldn't believe it. And I feel like everybody's gonna say like, oh, this can't be true. But it is true.
We also just got to hydrate as well.
All right, so everybody hydrate. I'm going to post this in the Discord. On 51, a magic train rolls through the space. So while Noah takes a jump backwards, you see this train, chock-a-block, filled with gnomes. The train at the very front of it has a little mini bee as the little like figurehead, almost like Maximum Overdrive. It's being driven by this Minotaur artificer who has augmented it to heck and back, and it's called Trovix Express. But the magic train just goes full stop, sorry, and just zooms past where everyone is, back off into the forest with all these little gnomes holding on for dear life as the train rolls past. That was absolutely wonderful.
Looking at the shovel, Noah goes, this is probably a good place as any here in the sunshine. I think Victor would appreciate it. And he sets Victor down on his back and crosses his arms over in an X on his chest and starts digging a grave.
Victor's gonna do the classic vampire move where he rises up
On his feet?
onto his feet.
Yeah. Thank you, Icky. That was very sweet.
What?
Not totally dead.
I thought you were dead. What are you?
In technicality, sure.
Okay, so you made me carry you this whole way, and you're not even dead?
Well, yeah, I haven't been
You
carried
made me
like that
think
since I
you
was
were
in India
dead?
last.
not dead." And Noah immediately goes in to give him a hug, hopefully not causing 1 point of damage when he does so. And
No, Noah, you are able to hug him and not do any damage. You've spent enough time with Mike's character that you've pulled back on your hugs a little bit, so you know not to hurt anyone of that particular manner. So yeah, you give him a big hug, and yeah, as you do this, I think this is enough. This is enough noise to gather the attention of the individual that was out front. An individual comes out of the front. You see this man wearing garish purple robes, golden accents on them, and these flashes of green that seem to shine in the sunlight. As he's got this salt and pepper gray hair. Once black hair is just peppered with these streaks of gray. It's that super attractive like beard. And Wolf Garen knows what I'm talking about. It's just that gray beard that all the ladies swoon, for and things of that sort. So. No offense, Ada or Big Mike. Yeah, so as he turns around the corner and looks at everyone, there's a well, they have beards. You don't have beards. He turns around the corner and he's like, newcomers, you're here for the shop opening?
Yes.
He's like, I was afraid you'd had no communication wherever you come from. This is much better for me if you are able to speak. This is better. It's better to make deals. Why are you hiding at the side of the house?
well, we just kind of got here, and I was going to bury Victor, but then Victor wasn't needing a burying, and this shovel, it was cool. It just kind of appeared in my hand. In fact, is that how things work here? And Noah puts the shovel down and thinks really hard about a hoagie sandwich because he's kind of hungry at the time.
Do you have to poop? Is this why you have shut your eyes?
No, I was hoping for a sandwich because I'm kind of hungry, and
Okay, normally you just
all I
ask.
had to do is think about the shovel, and it appeared. So I figured the sandwich.
No,
Isn't that how things work here?
No, it is polite to ask someone for a sandwich. Otherwise, you could be standing around all day before a sandwich is brought to you.
Okay.
Uh,
He's just a little disappointed that it didn't work that way.
He looks at your clothing and your strange sort of dress, and he's a little confused. And he goes, "You are definitely not from around here, correct?"
No, we're not in Kansas anymore.
We just popped in.
You've been to Kansas. You are from that plane of existence. Ah, I see the confusion.
I've never actually been to Kansas, but it's a figure of speech.
It's a terrible place, a better band. Come,
Yeah,
this
right.
this way. And he leads you over towards the front area where you see there are rakes and things of that sort, sort of building materials that all seem to have been animated, that are basically modifying and fixing some pretty heavy damage to the front of this windmill. You see the DI in Dimitri's sort of being built as the storefront looks like it's just sort of under construction. Dimitri gives a small wave and a bow as if to sort of like show off. He goes, he goes, you look tired and were beaten. This travel here, this was on purpose?
That's a complicated answer. Yes.
Yes.
So we were in a battle, wasn't going so hot. And our buddy came over. Well, I guess he's our buddy. He's the one who brought us here. He said that we were a distraction.
Ah, you are here to be a distraction to Strahd, I am sure.
Yeah,
He's
the cranky guy,
yes.
Cranky guy, angry, kind of
moody guy.
He is a vampire. of dark powers that lives here in this area. Is this
So,
the only
like,
reason that you have come here?
Well, we came here because our friend is supposed to be here too.
Okay.
D- Zach, undead guy, held together with duct tape and string.
We are chock a block with undead guys. Unfortunately we are up to here with the undead
Has a
guys.
necklace that talks to him sometimes, and he talks back.
Oh,
And he's not in Kansas anymore.
he is from a different place. Come, sit down, have some food, please. You look exhausted. Perhaps you would like to rest. It is perpetually sunlight here, but there are beds inside. If you would like to take a small rest, I will make some food.
That would be great. We're all a little beat up.
Yeah.
Are hugs
What do you mean
inappropriate?
when you said it's always sunlight here?
Here in
Sounds terrible.
here in this spot, it is always sunlight. I have installed blackout curtains. It is fine. Martin, he looks over at you and he just gives you a little like bring it in, and just wraps that
Ugh,
purple robe.
I'm so tired. So tired.
Yeah, as you hug him, he smells heavily of sandalwood. You know what I mean? It's that earthy, sweet smell. And as you give him a hug, he just sort of gives you the little like rub on the back. Like you learn a couple of new moves hugging him that you are gonna take with you. Like
Taken to heart, that is.
yeah. In fact, that's how you got your level up.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. That
Yes.
like
It's
in
a hug up.
game, like it's a hug up. Like so yeah. Dimitri leads you inside. He goes, "You'll have to forgive me. My husband stepped out. He is pursuing a witch that tried to enslave his mind and make him kill me. So
Which?
Wednesdays. I'm not sure you know her. She is a Barovia native and things of that sort. So, but you would probably love him. Please, there are beds upstairs, and I will send some tea up to you shortly.
How's the Wi-Fi here?
The what? No, it's a husband.
No, you know what? That's fine.
Okay.
Do you have Ethernet?
I'm sure I have some net with the fishing supplies.
Okay, dial up. A
Sure.
phone.
On the oven, there are plenty of dials.
Dial it up to 10.
Thank you.
Sure.
Wait, Valium. I'm gonna need it.
Sure. Yes, there are dials on the stove.
Oh, fine. I'm gonna go sleep now.
I'm so proud of myself for all those jokes.
That was
I'm giving myself a level up, just as a DM.
Proud of
I
you.
mean, you
You did it,
get
bro.
two. One from yourself and one from me.
Yeah, you head upstairs, and after a long, hard, arduous battle, you begin to rest. Everybody can mark down a long rest. Let me know if you are going to do anything else here during your time here or if you're just passing out in a small heap. In order to not
Rather
be...
large heat, but yes, passing out.
Yeah. I will say there are 3 rooms. You split yourselves up accordingly. And
At top bunk.
you got top bunk. There's so much room for activities. Martin finds
Right.
one of the rooms that has the bunk bed in it. You know what I mean? And just... but yeah, everybody can mark down a long rest. It's hard to tell when to wake up because, like I said, it is perpetually sunlight here. But after a fair bit of time, you all begin to awaken. Sure.
Just for my benefit, I'm still stuck with the level of exhaustion from it's a curse, correct? It's not something that a rest is going to help with.
The minus to your stats.
Well, I had 2 cards that I pulled. One gave me a level of exhaustion. The other one was the Medusa that -2'd my stats.
Yeah, the -2 to your stats is stuck with you for a wee bit of time.
Yeah.
But the level of exhaustion goes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. You.
Illustrious DM, I'm going to massage some of my spells a little bit because of the long rest.
Yes, massage
But
away.
just giving you a heads up, I'm going to do that live because also leveling, also long rest. So it's going to be a process.
No. Take your time. Take your time. True to his word, Dimitri has some cups of tea waiting for each of you as you awaken. It's a English breakfast tea with what looks to be a small pastry next to each sort of cup as you awaken. I don't know if that awakens your hunger downstairs as more food is being sort of prepared. And as you come down the stairs, I'm sure everybody wakes everyone else up. As Noah enters into the space, Dimitri goes, wait. Try the magic again. Close your eyes.
I get that constipated look on my face.
He takes a sandwich from the kitchen area and places it in your hands. He goes, it is you. You are the chosen sandwich one.
Yes. Yes. And immediately close my eyes and think of a lager.
Whoa, what are you thinking about? Chosen sandwich one.
Well, you kind of have to have like a beer or something with the sandwich, right? That's
Do you
something I learned
really?
I learned that at camp, man.
What camp
all the
did
guys
you-
said.
At camp?
Yeah. Yeah, training camp. Don't
Oh, okay.
I'm Noah. Noah the Ark Sorensen.
No, it's
Yeah, I played for the Saints, man.
Oh, a cleric. This is very good.
No. I'm the cleric.
You will play for the Saints too.
No, that not his Saints. They're different.
Different Saints.
It's a football team.
A football. Sports.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I see. Initially, I thought, oh, let's make arts and crafts. Here, children, here are your beers. I just was not sure about the camp thing. So he goes, I've done a little bit of research. Here's what I think happened. You are here to find your friend. Yes, you are strangers in this land. You have no idea what is going on.
No.
Correct.
All correct. Yes.
TLDR.
Where are you from again? And you don't have Wi-Fi?
Many places.
All of them.
Strahd rules over this realm with an iron fist. All right? He is evil incarnate, and he has made pacts and deals with many an individual to accumulate the power that he has. The land itself is a reflection of Strahd's hold on the people in the land here. Many of the individuals there are without hope. However, there are occasional times where heroes such as yourselves make their way here to Barovia in order to try to make a change of things. If you would like, I have a few magical items that I was looking to stock my store with. I'm happy to let you all take a look at them first. If they can be used by you, this is wonderful. If they can't, this is fine. I understand that it is difficult to lose a friend. I have done such a thing. I will help you as best as I can, but I am a god of commerce. All right? I get worship through my interactions with mercantile and selling, so I cannot grant you boons, but I can sell you boons and assist you in certain ways. Does this make sense to all of you?
Is there a menu?
Yes.
He goes, less of a menu, more of a swap meet. And he goes, this way. Dimitri will lead you outside. Sitting on the table are a few different items. Okay. The first of the items sitting on the table is the hilt of a sword. The hilt itself is ornately decorated and things of that sort, but there doesn't appear to be any other part of the sword other than the hilt sort of laying on the table. The next item on the table is a mandolin of sorts that looks like it was finely crafted, incredibly well made. The next is a very large jug of what appears to be water on the table, but it's made of glass, and the edges of the glass, like decanter, and the bottoms are overlaid with what appears to be like gold and silver, sort of intertwining, forming this area. There's also a few potion bottles as well, separated like on the table as well, of different makes and things of that sort. And so he goes, I also have services as well that I can do. Anything that you might ask of a god, I can certainly try my best. But like I said, I'm unable to give these for free. They must be purchased. This is how my sort of interactions work, if this makes sense.
Makes perfect sense.
Okay, I'm now the game master, and as such,
I hate everything
also
about this.
find on
You shut your mouth. You shut it. I hate it. Okay, I'm XO. Icky V, you're Big Mike.
I would like to spend all of my Victor's gold and buy whatever I can from the table right now.
Okay, this seems completely fair and totally within the realm of D&D. So, what would you like to buy, Victor?
Victor's gold. Victor
Yeah.
would like to buy. That's me, Victor. Would like to buy 10,000 gold worth of stuff.
Perfect. So getting our good buddy Ada, no one saw it. You're fine, Big Mike. Just drop something. So folks, we're gonna take a quick intermission. We're gonna check on our good buddy Ada, who's right back. That was a quick
I'm here.
intermission.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I apologize.
No,
Dang it!
fine.
Dang it! I didn't get that.
Dang it, we were so close.
he
We
spent his money.
almost won all of D&D.
They
spent his
almost
money.
just won everything. So yeah. So
I can leave.
no, please don't. The other item on the table itself is a pretty innocuous looking bag, like a small, like brown bag. But inside of the bag, the bag looks full at this point. Just looks like it's got a fair bit of weight to it. But he gestures towards the table for all of you.
Is this what everybody usually does? Just comes and buys things from you?
My shop is not established yet. Normally, I will have sections, I will have armor, I will have weapons, I will have different items and things of that sort. But you catch me at this weird time where I was not prepared to see people. So,
Well,
your sword's broken.
no, it is not. And he reaches forward and grabs the sword, and as he grabs it, you hear the sound of as the sun blade ignites. The blade of the sword itself being the form of this pure sunlight that comes out from the edge of it. The sun blade is a very powerful sword. And I believe it is. Let me pull up the stats for this bad boy right here. It is a long sword, so it's a beefy boy when you hold on to the hilt of it. But the Sunblade has a +2 to attack and damage rolls. Deals radiant damage instead of slashing damage, and when you hit an undead with it, it takes extra radiant damage. It's also the most OP. Flashlight in the entire world. It just emits light and stuff like that. So if you wanted to use it as a laser pointer, you could. But yeah. So, but as he ignites it, he puts the sword back down.
What color is the mandolin?
The mandolin. Hang on. Let me take a look at this.
Also, there's a hydrate.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why That's why it got real quiet in here. Everybody stopped talking, and I'm trying to figure out why everybody's like seemingly frozen.
Oh no.
Oh,
Are
I
we?
am frozen.
Everybody but Big.
Everybody
Mike.
but Big Mike.
Suck it.
Uh-oh.
How weird is that?
That is weird. I don't know why that was
Hang on.
that was the flex I went with.
There you
Yeah, Macy, I was also wondering what color.
Oh, my
Dorothy
roll's
might-
just caught up.
go. Hey, buddy. There you go. Your roll's just caught up. The mandolin. The mandolin is a auburn color. I think as you eye it, Sabrina, he goes, yes, the Kenneth mandolin. It is a Kenneth or a Kenneth mandolin. It is a instrument to be used by bards. It has certain properties within it. I know that when utilized by someone whose power comes from artistry, they gain access to spells like Cure Wounds, Dispel Magic, and Protection from Energy when utilizing the instrument as a focus of sorts.
How much is said instrument?
Make me an offer.
I really like The Price is Right. You're not gonna like my answers.
Also, we're not from here.
$1 is your probably yes. Okay, no, it does not matter where you are in the planarverse. Bob Barker is still king. But Drew Carey is doing fine. All right. Let us say you are on a mission. 9,999 gold.
No thanks.
Perfect. Yes. No, this is fine. He goes, what if I dropped it one more? Like 9,998. I want to make a deal.
He's
What about
really doing you a
1,000?
lot of favors.
1,000 gold for this. This is rare item. He like takes it. He's like, look at this, please. And he like hands it over towards you.
She'll reach for it.
Yeah.
I guess to look it over.
As you do, Martin, Victor, Exo, and Noah, give me perception checks.
Oh god. This is...
Exo's still looking for Wi-Fi. That's a
Victor is the only one to notice Dimitri behind him, sort of twirling his fingers in arcane gestures. And as Sabrina grabs a hold of the instrument, there's a as the light shines from the sky, and Dimitri is like, what? Oh, amazing! Even the instrument calls to you. And reaches back for the instrument, and as he does, the lighting and angelic voices stops.
Well,
Channeling her inner Skeksis.
what about 7,000?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy, where's my mouse? There you are. Persuasion.
Is there any way that I'd be able to help out with that?
It depends on how you would help out.
I'd throw my arm around Sabrina. Dimitri, she's just lost her friend. We're trying to find him, do everything that we can, and anything that you can do to help us. Obviously, this is meant for her. We all saw the light. We all heard the music. Is there anything you can do to drop the price?
Yeah, he kind of looks over at Victor, and you can see that he's a little smitten by him. So yeah, Sabrina, go ahead and roll that persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, nat 20 for 23.
20, yes, absolutely. He looks at you and goes, 7,000 is fair price, especially with the angelic chorus and the lights that were totally real. And he hands you over the Kenneth mandolin.
All right. And she'll hand over the 7,000.
Yep. He takes the 7,000 gratefully. He goes, anyone else that I can help with?
She's gonna run her finger down the table near the potion bottles, just like back and forth, be like, "Are any of these Monster coffee? What you got?"
No,
Yeah.
these are not energy. I'm going to. Please don't run your fingers over them. Please, I spend time like sort of. No, this. Okay. You. What? Where is your magic based? How did you operate in the other world?
Well, as you already told me that I probably won't be able. You have got a Wi-Fi here. You have like
You interacted with objects. Yes, the boxes.
Yes, the
yes, I
boxes.
interact with boxes frequently. However, I do not think that's what you're asking. I don't even have like a delivery service.
I think he means computer.
Oh,
The boxes.
oh, you mean like my phone?
Yes, the phone.
Yeah, yeah, that. But also the big ones.
Yes, okay, fine. I have no way of transferring this sort of world into Barovia, but perhaps you will get some use out of this odd thing that I have been having trouble selling. He goes over and he pulls out this bag, the brown bag, and he sort of opens it up. And inside, do you know those stickers, Meowdeth, that are googly eyes?
Yes.
He goes, this is bag of googly eyes, given to me by a trickster god in a poker game. It grants an object a minute of sentience, where it would not normally have sentience, but it will be able to answer questions, perhaps do favors for you, should you be able to sweet talk it. But there is quite a few in here. But once the magic is done, the magic is done. But you interacted with small things before to get information. Now you can do the same thing. Interact with small items before to gain information. Must only work if object has no personality. It has to be inanimate object. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm only missing I'm really wishing that someone else that's usually with us was here tonight who would really love just slapping googly eyes on everything.
Well, this would be this person's loss. Perhaps if a grand god of mercantile actually created said item for this individual, and they happen to miss when the god had that item ready for them. So this would happen to be your gain.
Then Tree Fitty.
I'm sorry.
Loch Ness Monster? Nothing. Okay. What do you want for it?
Billy loves this joke. Dimitri does not understand. He goes, I think 7,000 is a fair price.
You did say you were having trouble selling it, though.
Did I? I don't remember saying that. Okay,
At
6,000.
the beginning.
6,000. Shut up.
Ooh.
But we're a team.
Yeah, I it sounds really fun and everything, but I don't really love it when people try to do hard sales on me by insulting my people. So
I
we don't-
apologize, Martin.
I'll hug. I'll hug.
Okay, he comes in for the hug. He gives you another like little back rub and things of that sort. He goes, as an insult, as an answer to the insult, the lowest I could possibly go is 4,000.
And a hug.
And a hug.
Cool. How many Google eyes are in there?
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
You got it.
I whisper during the hug. I wasn't offended.
No whammies, no whammies.
You have, I will say, we will round up. You will have 10 googly eyes in there. 10 times where you can grant an object 1 minute of permanence to answer questions, but after that minute, the magic fades away. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Shake on it and one of those like cool bro hug things. Do you know what that is? They not have that where you're
Shh, 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 shh. Bring it in. And he just, you go in for the bro hug, and he goes, "No, brothers have to hug." And he envelops you. It smells like sandalwood. You break through some childhood trauma that you've been holding on to. Like it's one of those hugs. Like you're like,
Oh, triple it up. Triple up the hug.
yeah, Papa, can you hear me? Like it's just one of those like cathartic, like, yeah. So cool. He looks to the rest of the group. He goes, if there's any other way that I could help or assist."
Noah's going to actually reach towards the hilt of the broken sword that was really cool.
This is the Sun Sword. It is a very powerful artifact.
And is he allowed to pick it up?
You pick it up, and it ignites. The minute it ignites, it feels lighter in physicality, heavier in purpose.
He switches it to his left hand and pulls out his maul with his right hand and tries to get a feel for using both of them at the same time.
It's going to be very difficult unless you happen to pick up the feat that allows you to do such a thing. However, for the time being, you'll take some minuses to hit. Were you to wield both. He goes, this is very powerful. I could let it go for 14. But there is a rumor that if you stab the Sunblade into a righteous man, they will feel no pain. I've always wanted to test this. So, 14, 9 if you let me stab you.
I thought you were going to let him stab one of us. I'll take it.
No. As long as you are good in heart, I will not feel bad about selling you the Sun Sword, and I've always wanted to see it happen.
Noah just shrugs and hands him the blade.
He ignites the sword. He's like, stay very still. No, I need a D100, pal.
Great.
Oh no. And then roll 4d6, drop the lowest 4 times.
He's got a backup character.
Right,
61.
Okay. Noah, what are you thinking about as this sword comes closer and closer to your ribcage?
He really wanted that lager before with the sandwich, but he's
Okay.
He doesn't have many thoughts at all. He didn't think this through, and so he's just kind of standing there. And
this is the most Noah thing in the world. You're like, what thoughts are running through your brain? We cut to Noah's brain, and it's like, epic decisions that affect reality are happening outside. And Noah's like, you remember that one time we saw a squirrel and it jumped over a car? That was amazing. I think it's the sun blade passes through your chest. You hardly even notice it's there. You're still remembering that one time. And Dimitri looks somewhat like disappointed because you didn't even flinch, but like you weren't even there at that moment. And he pulls the sun sword out, and as he pulls the sun sword out, he's holding it above him, and that's when you brace for him to take the sun sword.
I'm ready.
He goes, 9,000 is fine. Take the sword, Noah.
So Noah takes the sword.
He goes, and a freebie from me. He takes his hands and goes, and pulls the right hand out, and it's holding a lager. It's holding just a large beer, and he hands it to you.
It does work.
Anyone else?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I happen to be in the industry as well.
You do?
Yeah.
You're a merchant.
Yeah, an apothecary shop we have back at home, and it's
nice.
Family owned.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, it's been training with my grandpa. And
I don't
parents.
know why I just said the word sweet. That feels far too like a different time period, but here we are.
You're on character.
So I tell you what, from one guy in the business to another guy in the business, I know that you might have some other things that you brought with you, and you just don't have it available. So I trust you to choose. Having shared a special bond with you, that hug was very, very emotional to me. I trust you to choose accept your price.
You want me to choose something for you, and you will just accept the price.
I think that's fair. We share a bond.
Huh.
I believe in you.
All right. My price is all the gold you have on you.
Okay.
You hand him the gold, and he looks at you and he goes, "You are very weird."
Thanks.
And he goes, "All right, let me see what I can do." He goes into the back and comes out again. When he comes out holding the oddest looking gun you've ever seen in your entire life. This little gun has this round bottle on it, not too unsimilar from like this guy, like a little water bottle, like sort of into it. The water bottle is clear, but on it is inside the bottle, it looks to be like a torrent of stars instead of any sort of liquid inside of it. It just looks to be the expanse of space itself. And he goes, all right, fine. I want to try something. He goes, the first item, you have bought 2 items, because one, no one ever uses this one, and the second one will be a gift from me. I can
Thanks.
tell you have an affinity with Avalon. Yes.
I do.
Yes. You will enjoy this. And he hands you over the decanter of endless water. This decanter weighs 2 pounds. You can use an action to remove the stopper, and you get to say one of a few like code words. Okay, there's 3 command words. The first
All
is
right.
stream, that produces 1 gallon of water. The next is fountain, that produces 5 gallons of water. Then the big boy, the geyser. You say the word geyser and hold this decanter, and it produces 30 gallons of water that gush forth in a geyser 30 feet long and 1 foot wide. And then you can aim it as a bonus action, and they keep taking bludgeoning damage or fall prone for a period of time as long as you hold on to the geyser in your hand. All right?
I love it.
He goes, left arm or right arm for the final part?
Does it matter what the purpose is? My right arm's my shield arm.
Best shield arm. Right arm is better.
Okay.
He will have you hold out your right arm, and as he does, he will take the gun and place it on your skin. And through a pretty long couple of seconds, probably about a minute, he takes time tattooing your arm, Martin. Martin, you get a tattoo, bud.
Woo!
The tattoo seems to be that of a constellation of falling water from a waterfall of sorts. He goes, this is imbued with my power. It is a tattoo.
Nice.
I do not know the spell that is contained within this tattoo. These are the sands of fate that run in this. Not even I am aware. But in your moment of need, should a moment arise, there is one stored spell, the highest level imaginable, in your arm. There is only one use of it, and you will not know what spell this is. But when you need it most, you need only touch your arm and say the magic word.
Help me.
No.
Oh.
Demetrius has great bargains.
Demetrius has great bargains.
Yes.
Got it.
Touch the tattoo. All right? There is only one use of this. So be careful.
I almost touched it.
I know you did. I watched. And he goes, and a hug is a freebie. And he just...
Oh! Yeah, big one. Deep.
Is this it for everyone? All right.
Best day ever.
I have somewhat of an idea of the best place you can check for your friends. But however, I must warn you this. The lands surrounding Barovia are very treacherous. Be on your guard. Utilize each other's strengths, because if you do not, it is easy to be swept up in the darkness. All right? There was commotion a few nights ago from... And he kind of walks over to an area, still is staying within the sunlight, and points in a direction that leads to the northeast, cuts through that darkened forest. He goes, down this path you will find a grove of druids that have set up camp. These druids, unfortunately, have long since been corrupted by Strahd's dark dealings. There is rumor that their god has returned and it has imbued them with new strength. This god dropped from the skies earlier, and they have been in worship to him for some time since. The god is being held within stasis of a crystal, so I'm going to assume that this might be your friend. It will take a few days' journey, walking, but once you get there, do whatever you feel is necessary, even if it might mean putting these individuals and the false gods that they worship to rest in order to save your friend.
Do you know of any other veteran groups out here?
He smiles a bit. He goes, there is one. Good folks.
Near here?
Near here. Last I saw, they were heading in that direction. You might run into them. If you do, tell them Dimitri says hello. This will probably help mitigate some of the confusion. You know how it is with the heroes. They always have to fight each other first. It makes for good, panels, and then they wind up teaming up to fight the bad guy. So just tell them.
Could you give us maybe a brief description of them so we know who we're looking for?
Sure. When last I left them, there was a little girl who traveled with the group by the name of Afiria. She seemed very powerful. There was a dryad named Ironwood, an amazing bard named Magnolia. I'm afraid there is a fire genasi as well, by the name of Pyre. Seems very powerful with the fire magic's connection to the earth. There is a wizard among the party, but I am not sure what he is. He is very kind, but there's something darker below the surface.
I can't recall real quick. Before we did a little bit of retconning, had we heard Epheria's name?
No, I don't think so.
Or was that Texas?
That was Texas.
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes. But there are many individuals here that just use your better judgment when forming relationships to help you navigate through Barovia.
Is there a town between here and there?
No, you are heading to what was once the vineyards and is now the growing fields for the Wizard of Weed.
Gotcha. And it's how far away you said again?
It is a few days' journey.
Is there anything else we need to take with us before we leave town, just in case?
No, I don't believe so. I've packed you up some rations, and he shows you everybody's got a little rucksack, and inside of it is some of the baked goods that you had earlier with your tea. It looks like some dried meats, some bare bones, things along those lines. But he goes, other than the rations, if you do not wish to purchase anything, then no.
I will extend my hand for a firm handshake,
Yeah.
and then pull in for a hug.
Yeah, he goes in for the hug. He goes, good luck, Martin.
Thank you.
And he stops a second and puts both hands on your shoulder. He goes, when the time comes, I know you will do the right thing.
Great.
Was that just to him, or was
Yeah.
that audible for everybody?
It was audible to everybody, but he puts both hands on Martin's shoulders and kind of looks at him a little bit and gives a small smile. His facial hair kind of, obscuring his mouth a bit, but you can detect a small smile there. You know what I mean? And he just he nods at you and looks back at the group. He says, good luck. Find your friend.
Let's go.
Thank you, and I'm going to put googly eyes on everything.
We're going on an adventure. Heroes, you leave Dimitri's makeshift shop, and now we're going to have some fun. You're beginning your journey over towards the Druid Fields. They were once on Gunther Hill, but the hill has recently been renamed to Cypress Hill. So as you head over towards Cypress Hill, where the rest of the druids are all sort of collected, heroes, it's time to begin your traveling. So what I need from you all is who is taking the lead on this one. It could be one individual or two individuals. These are the individuals that are going to be making perception checks to kind of scope out the area. And I also need to know who's at the back of the pack. It can be one individual, it can be two, but they're going to be scoping out for any stuff that goes on behind them.
My passive's at 18, so if you guys want me to be one of the two, passive perception.
That's not me, not for passive. But I am absolutely willing to and interested in seeing if there's maybe a wagon wheel or something that looks like it has traveled this road numerous times back and forth that I could put googly eyes on.
Okay. Who's taking the lead?
I'm gonna hold it like a boat.
I guess Noah, you and I want to go,
Noah and Martin take the lead.
or do you want to take the rear, Noah? You're
You're
muted.
muted.
Noah just said the smartest thing ever, and but now he's just gonna come up with, I was thinking the back, and then because like I'm tall and can see everybody, but without.
I'm sorry.
No, that's a good idea. Good deal, buddy.
Can
I like it.
Can I talk about? I have played D&D, Wolfgaren D&D for now probably like 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah,
You and I have been adventuring, and every time you accidentally mute yourself and then come back in, you make the same face. It's a would you look at that? And then and I've seen this face for 4 or 5 years because it's
100
happened,
times.
and I never get sick of it, pal. I love you. Noah takes the rear, Martin takes the front, and you begin to walk forward. Exo, yeah.
Do you want to share the front with me, or I don't? How are you?
Yeah, Victor will be up front with Martin.
And we all take a hydrate from certifiable.
Yes,
certifiable
thank you.
Strahd.
I could use a certifiable. You're the best.
Viable?
Self-care is the best care.
Nothing
G.I.
like
Joe.
responsibility for self-care.
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, Exo, it does not take you long to find some detritus. What looks to be like an old wagon, or something along those lines.
Okay, then I'm going to are they different sizes in this bag?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to
I was
say something
hoping-
clever, like there's big ones and there's small. No, they're all just googly eyes.
Okay, so I was
I'm as
hoping
big
that
as your
there
head.
were dinner plate sized ones that I could put on a single stick and like have just found a stick on the ground and it's gonna show me round and it's got rubber guys and
I've looked at so many of those.
follow it, you guys, and
Just the power that I found.
What is this?
so-
I don't know. Have any idea what this is?
You haven't
Wait.
seen the dog ones with the grabs a giant stick?
Stick on the ground.
You
I
haven't
have
seen
no
that?
idea what you guys are talking about
Oh,
either.
I'm so
Everybody's
deprived
singing
here.
along and knows the words, and I'm like, what is happening? Am I having a stroke? Like, does anyone
So-
else
what's
smell
funny is
toast?
I didn't sing the words. I sang a parody version of it.
Yeah, so it's just a TikTok or a meme where a dog will grab this like half of a tree and he's carrying it around in his mouth, and
I'm
now he's
so proud of it.
Thank you,
Minnie
Mini
says-
proud of-
B.
Minnie
Mini,
says they're gonna
proud.
put it in Discord.
that's why Mini B is the best bee.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, yeah. What are you looking for, Exo? You're grabbing a stick?
I mean, it can be like a wagon wheel piece.
Yeah, you
or
find a wagon wheel piece. You find a whole like wagon wheel. It's just missing like a good chunk of it.
I'm so excited. I get to carry a freaking boat wheel and just drive it. Wait, it's probably really big.
It's real big. Do you put the googly eyes on?
Unless there's something a little smaller, but I think it's funny. So yeah, let's put the googly eyes on.
You
a
throw those
wheel.
googly eyes on the front of the wheel, and you hear a "Hey there,
Oh hell!
how's it going? It's me, Mr. Wheels. Oh boy, Sentience is fun.
Ooh, Mr. Wheels. Yeah. Congratulations. Welcome to the examined life.
Hey.
We're gonna start with your first existential crisis, and then we'll get down to asking you what you know about the route that you've lived by for the last. How long have you been broken?
Sure, you want to ask these questions when you got about a minute worth of time, but I'm fine with diving into my elaborate backstory. My name is Mr. Wheels, and I get around. I have seen many, many things here in my travels in Barovia. Did you have a specific question before all your time is given up by hearing about more of my elaborate backstory?
Unsubscribe.
Okay, bye.
No.
he wheels away with all of the audience's hearts.
Really? No, come back. Have you taken yourself over any sick jumps lately?
I mean, no, I've been on the side of the road for a long time.
Okay. What have you seen since you've been there?
I mean, a bunch of hero type folks, much similar to you guys, came by, and I've seen the odd passerby, skeletal riders, things of that sort. There's been a couple of beast men sort of walking through here that, I mean, they killed a bunch of people for a long time. They just ignored me, Mr. Wheel.
My heart goes out to you, Mr. Wheel.
Hey, thanks. You got about 10 seconds left. If you sure you don't want to hear any more of my
the angry man.
the angry man. Oh, Strahd. No, normally he's a flock of bats.
That's fantastic information to know. Thank
Oh,
you, Mr. Wheel.
I forgot to tell you about the mythical treasure. Bye. And the googly eyes fall off into the sand at your feet.
Max is gonna lick the back of more googly eyes, like stamps it. No, I'm just kidding.
As you do, your tongue is like, "Oh God, kill me."
Oh, no.
Oh no! It better not. I can't.
No.
It's been so good to your tongue. Why would it want to die?
Hero, see me.
It just had candy and everything. Like,
Icky sent you candy that quickly?
yeah, no, it's great. There were berries, like airmail.
I need somebody to go ahead and roll me a D100, please, as we roll on the random encounter table to see what exactly is going to happen during your
87
from
Beth with an E. I knew I'd get that out. I knew I would get that out.
You got
Really like Martin's roll though.
What was Martin?
No. They rolled in chat.
He rolled a 1.
Martin, why?
I want to be part of the game.
I want to be where the game is. Beth with an E, 2 away from perfection. Let's look at the random encounter table. See what happens. Okay. Yeah, we can. Huh. we can do with this. We can play with this.
Tall fella death, absolutely not. I could never fight Mr. Wheelie. He has kids. He was about to retire.
Yeah, he's 2 days away from retirement.
Ironically, he was too old for it.
Okay, you begin to walk down the road and things of that sort. As you do, Noah, you're taking up the rear, correct? Like you're at the back. Martin, you would spot these guys pretty quickly, especially with your background. You stop a good ways off, and I think you start like taking like back steps. As you do, there's 5 or 6 individuals that are just engaged in conversation, like standing in the middle of the road. But as you get close to them, you realize that they're standing in the shady spots, and it does not take long for you to realize that these individuals are undead in nature and probably of a vampire-like mentality. There are currently 5 of them in the road. They have not spotted you as you kind of stop everybody and just kind of take steps backward. There's 5 that you can see. Heroes, what would you like to do?
How long would it take us to go around them?
It would probably add an hour to your time, which is not long. You've spotted them with enough time that if you wanted to just completely avoid them, you absolutely could.
Okay, so what do the left and the right side of them look like?
Okay. Yeah, I'm into this. The left side is like bramble bushes and like really bad terrain and things of that sort. But on the right side of the path, if you were to go to the right side, it's completely paved, and there's a little girl selling lemonade off on the right-hand side, like a little ways, like almost like an offshoot path.
So we're definitely going left.
It's completely up to you.
There's no way that girl's safe. Come on, this time of night, out here, middle of nowhere, selling lemonade. Come on, Will Smith, shoot her.
Yeah, don't you know the inverse anime law? The smaller and more innocent looking the girl, the absolutely more
Right.
dangerous.
She's
And
probably got a
better she's
physics
going to be.
book or something. She's
Yeah.
reading while she's sitting there.
This was almost
But
a good line for line reproduction of Men in Black, by the way.
Yeah.
You hit all of the major points. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. She's sus, says Minnie B, and I happen to disagree. I feel like she is very.
She's
nice.
got lemonade.
She's got lemonade.
All right. Vote
And
on
the
it.
sweet old lady in SpongeBob was selling ice cream.
Yeah. Okay. So, who wants to go left?
Those are brambles over there.
We got ways through, I'm sure.
So
Noah the Ark Sorensen is afraid of some brambles.
They've got pokies on them. What do you guys not understand about brambles?
Noah the Ark Sorensen is afraid of some pokies.
Yeah,
you
Sabrina,
take a
he'll
list.
scratch up his perfect, important, probably very heavily insured legs or something.
didn't you just get a flame sword? Can't you just cut a path through it like a warrior of light?
Ooh,
I mean,
try it.
Okay,
is
let's
that
go
kind
left.
of-
And
Noah
Noah pulls out his sword
Cool.
and just starts
Cool.
Son of a
flashing
biscuit.
through the
Son of
through
a
the
biscuit.
brambles.
You did this.
Wait,
Are
he's
you
gonna create
happy
his very
now?
own path of righteousness.
Noah
He starts creating a
ignites.
path
It's
of righteousness.
One-bladed.
Noah ignites the most powerful weapon in Barovia to do a little bit of light yard work. The heavenly sword cuts through the din of the fog. And these vampires all take one look at Noah, who waves at them and just cuts through the brambles, happily clearing a path. And those vampires take off into the sky, not wanting anything to do with it. But Noah, you cut a great swath. Apparently, the Sunblade has never ever been used for yard work because it is choice, my dude. Yeah, you make quick work of these brambles.
Clean edges.
Yeah, clean edges. Like if heroic work doesn't ever work out for you, Noah, and football falls through, like you're gonna be.
I got it. I got a place in landscaping. Is that what you're telling me
Yeah,
here?
yeah, man. And
Ironic
then
that you
That's
need a
future.
landscaper in real life.
Future in landscaping. Yeah.
yeah. So cool. The vampy boys take off.
That's gonna come back to
go
bite us.
Sorry.
Martin.
So, since we saw the vampire guys run off, do we need to continue down the brambles path?
That is completely up to you, my
You
dude.
do whatever you want.
You started this. We are gonna
Yeah,
finish this.
Noah has a new calling in life here, and he doesn't know when to stop.
The weed eating.
Noah
Cauterize edges. So fun.
Noah cuts through the brambles, and the elder black dragon that was planning on jumping up from the road is just like, oh man.
This whole left side of the forest is now a topiary.
Yeah, it's just and Noah, I say you cut enough of the brambles that you leave this endangered version of crabgrass just enough of a stronghold to be able to break through because you destroyed the brambles. So cool. Here
When the vampires took off, did they go to bat or whatever? Is that just a Strahd thing?
they batted up. Yes, absolutely.
Batter up. And did we see the direction they went?
Yes, absolutely. It seemed like it was down the path that you were traveling.
The
Oh, they're
children
falling
of the
back
night
to
have
Plan
escaped
B.
that way, and you have basically become the Luke Skywalker version of Edward Scissorhands.
Noise. Noise.
That was
Recognizing the reference.
that was so good. That
I
was
know, that was
two great
beautiful.
tastes that taste great together. That I just ugh.
It's like Mark Hamill as Edward Scissorhands.
I don't hate this. I don't like if it was.
I don't hate it.
Oh.
Are they light scissor sabers?
So, are we going down the path? Are we following the children of the night, or what are we doing here?
Well, I mean, we did have a chance to vote, so where do you want to vote now?
Well, I'm curious. Does the path curve around as I'm going straight?
Noah, as you cut a swath through the brambles, while everyone is figuring out the best way to vote, and they're taking a vote on whether to use paper or like a stick or maybe like anonymous, like a thumbs up situation. You
Or a ballot
manage,
box.
yeah, you manage to cut through and find yourself back on the main road again as it
Hey
curves
guys,
out.
I found another path down here.
Which way does it go? Left or right?
You know,
It can.
I swear, I hope no one ever sends us on a stealth mission of any kind because you two, you're like,
Hi
She
everyone.
said we're good at this. High five.
Hi everyone, it's me, your DM. I send them on stealth missions all the time. And it does not matter the configuration of the party. We have been in 3 different worlds, 3 very distinct sets of character strengths and weaknesses. And every time, stealth missions, oops-a-doodle, oops all noise.
Well,
Like,
okay, so we're missing. Okay, so tonight we're missing our best stealth character.
the rogue?
You are.
The rogue?
No.
Atavistics?
Indigo Chameleon is the best stealth character in every game. No matter what game it is, she's the best at it.
There are
She
certain...
literally cast shatter in a room full of people.
But she also does invisibility and then talks normal voice at the bar.
Okay, there are certain undeniable facts of the universe. I will grant you this. Wolfgaren is going to play a lovable idiot at some point. And even though they start off like he's a big, goofy, full of heart like character, like that is and it is given. Icky V, whether she wants to or not, is going to be the mom at a certain point. Like it just was decided. Big Mike's gonna hug somebody,
And
all
be a
right?
total idiot.
and we're all gonna be bad at stealth. Like that's just so.
It's the universe.
It's the universe.
It's our lot in life. It's not a lot, but it's our life.
I just love it. Why mess with a good flavor? Anyway, you cut through and you make your way over towards the path. You all set up camp for the evening as you realize it's going to be at least another day of travel before you reach the Druid's Glen on Cypress Hill. Heroes, it's hard to sleep. Even with watches set up, even with a makeshift fire going, there is an unease that sits on your hearts as you try to rest at night. I need a wisdom save from everybody here, please.
$26.
26.
Oof a doof, pal.
18 for me.
18 for Noah.
Does anybody need to borrow some of my trickle off points?
6.
18 for Exo and a 6 for Sabrina.
15 for Victor.
Which is kind of on brand because this place is like spooky to the max, and that's kind of my element. And I'm vibing. There's no sleep.
It's about to get spookier. As everyone has trouble and is having a restless night of sleep, Sabrina, it is you that are greeted to a dream so real and vivid that it almost feels more like a premonition than it does an actual dream. You are with your adventuring party. Victor, Noah, Exo, Martin, all of you are traveling down the forest path after a good night's sleep, and as you reach the end of the path, an individual stands before you. White, short shirt that's sort of unbuttoned a few buttons. He's got a very large rapier at his side, black pants, and this sort of look of as if a child is looking at bugs that they are going to squash beneath their feet just for the fun of it. As Noah looks forward, somewhat confused, and draws the sword from his side, it is Strahd that runs behind Noah and immediately snaps his neck. Noah drops to the ground rather quickly as Victor and Martin jump forward. Martin touches the tattoo at his side, but as the spell begins to coalesce, the individual that has greeted the party takes the spell and slams it back down onto Martin's arm as Martin is run through with the blade at the man's side. Victor is rushing forward to assist Martin when the individual looks over at Victor, reaches to the side in a pocket dimension, grabs something and rips it, and Victor, in a wordless scream, falls to the ground dead, eyes open, looking straight ahead. As Exo takes tentative steps forward to where Sabrina is, you see the powerful sleep spell hit Exo, and Exo drops to the ground, a light snore coming forth from them as the Baron von Strahd walks closer to where you are, Sabrina. You're fun. Are you awake?
Can be.
What is your name?
I know better.
I'm sure you do. I'm going to kill your friends. I don't know why they are here. I don't care why they are here. I'm going to take pleasure in killing your friends.
Why?
Because what else is there to do?
Aren't you like Lord here? There's probably hundreds of things for you to do.
Give me something better.
Aren't there people that need taking care of? Don't you have coffers that need attended to, land that needs tending, food that needs to be made sure that you have enough for your people?
Left arm or right arm?
Mine?
Left arm or right arm?
You choose.
Done. He rushes forward, and as he does, Exo, he picks up in one hand, and Exo is just sort of like cradled in his arm as he runs forward to where Sabrina is. As he grabs Sabrina's hand and squeezes a bit, you feel yourself awaken through the sheer amount of pain that he's inflicting into your arm. I need a con save to see if you can withstand without screaming as he grabs a hold of your arm and just sort of grabs a hold of it and bruises your arm.
Yeah, that's an 18 plus 5.
Yes. Strahd is not given the satisfaction. He awaits for the scream that doesn't come. You feel yourself gritting down. Mama didn't raise no fool, and you don't put up with bullies. It doesn't matter how powerful they are. But the bruise is enough to send a little bit of shock through your system as you awaken, Sabrina. Sabrina, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and you have the outline of a man's rather large hand on your arm, your left arm, right at the elbow joint, as if he was trying to pop it out of socket.
Okay.
Noah, Victor, Martin, Exo, you all awaken the next morning to the sound of Sabrina sort of screaming out in pain and clutching at her arm in the morning.
I'll rush over to see the damage.
Okay.
What happened?
Yeah.
I met the asshat.
I'll look around. Where?
Someplace you can't see.
You okay?
Other than the bruise? Great.
Mind if I try to heal it?
You can certainly try.
All right, so
But I don't know if it will work.
I will try. I'll try a cure wounds.
As you cast Cure Wounds on Sabrina, it does work. Go ahead and roll healing.
8.
Okay. Sabrina, you heal for 8. We'll say this. Martin, you take 16 points of damage as the bruise manifests on your left arm, right at the elbow joint, seemingly doubling in power as you feel that squeeze, that press. Much like Sabrina, you were able to maintain your composure and things of that sort. But as you go to heal, she is healed, but you take almost double the amount of pressure on your arm as that rather large man's hand manifests on your arm right at the elbow joint.
But it's gone from her.
It's gone from Sabrina.
All right. I'll make sure that my sleeve covers it up so nobody else can see it.
Was your sleeve down to begin with?
I don't know, but I just want to make sure and clear that it was. That nobody else could see it.
Well, I'm not sure if last night's misadventure with the sword of sunlight in the darkness alerted our glorious benefactor to our being here or not, but he knows we're here and he's not happy about it.
By not happy about it and looking at, well, some things that were just healed, how not happy about it is he? Because he definitely put hands
We're all
on you
gonna
and we
die.
weren't there to help, so...
I watched you all die. Well, not all of you. Exa,
can't
you were
keep
still
doing that
alive,
twice in
but
3
you were
days.
unconscious.
Well, we'll just have to not die. Sounds like a plan. Who's it?
I mean, that's always the point, is to not
Great.
die.
Let's
think-
work with that one then.
I think Martin just discovered the key to winning D&D.
Don't die.
Speaking of Martin, did any of us notice that he took on this wound at all?
I'll say this. Martin, you can give me a deception check. Everybody else can give me a perception check. Okay. So it looks like Martin's deception is a 14. So anybody that beats a 14, you would have seen meets it, beats it. No, it looks like Noah and Exo, you're able to spot the fact that Martin took the hit when he went and healed. But not only that, but it seemed a little more extreme the second go around.
You mean the presence of it looked more extreme, like more damage had been done, or did
Yeah.
he react? In some
Where
type of-
Sabrina may have had like a surface bruise or something along those lines, you notice that Martin's arm is like broken blood vessel, like almost as if somebody was digging into the arm a little bit, like barely breaking through the skin.
Did he react in some way that indicated he was experiencing the pain he received, or did he just get it?
If you were one of the ones that beat that deception check,
Right,
then yes, he was holding back, as Martin is wont to do, because he didn't want to worry people. But if you were able to beat that, then you were able to see that, like, okay, Martin was hurting here.
Okay, all right, cool. Thank you.
And Noah, in his great wisdom, realizes this and goes, "Dude, let me take care of that for you."
No.
What do you mean, no? That looks like it's
I'm
real
good.
painful. Can you
I'm
even use
okay.
that arm?
Yes, I'm fine.
And can I at least touch it and see if it's broken or anything?
No.
And
Not.
Sorry,
as-
this is
as-
Wolf looking to see if it says willing person or if it doesn't specify that in the spell.
Wow,
And I was
that's
able to
that's a lot.
telepathically see that he's like, all right, lay on hands. Does it have to be a willing
I don't see it willing anywhere. And and he does. Noah reaches out.
You will have to make a touch attack.
No, never gonna catch me. Like Martin goes running off a little bit to try to.
I already know that it amplifies the damage, so I'm not going to pass it on.
Yeah,
No.
dexterity. Dexterity checks from the two
Armor.
of you.
Hit my armor class.
Do we as characters know that deaths here are different?
You don't, not yet.
Okay,
You as
that's fine.
players,
I just need.
yeah, you as players know because the scribe has talked to you and it was just like, hey, listen.
That's going to
Right.
be
I just-
12 for me.
Yeah.
I needed to know.
Yeah, 12 doesn't hit my AC.
Well, I mean, technically, yeah, he's using an honor. Okay, I'll allow it. Martin, for the time being, Noah does not
Now,
grab you.
Am I making an unarmed attack?
No, I think we're gonna leave it here. I think we're gonna leave it here because I remember something very similar to this happening in Lost Isle, and I turned into Griffin McElroy, being like, "I am very uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the studio, so we're gonna let this sit."
I'll explain to him why he can't touch me. I'm
No,
not gonna listen. If you heal me, it will amplify the damage doubly. If we leave it just as it is, it won't be additional damage.
But like I'm a totally pure in heart guy.
So you will take double the damage.
Um,
I'm not going to do anything against your will if you're really that adamant about it.
We just
while
don't
you're
need to go ahead and
looking at me.
injure our additional selves while we have a chance to continue on.
how did you
We don't need additional
TPK your
damage.
party? I bruised one player. I bruised one player with 7 points, and I TPK'd my entire adventure party.
Everybody wanted to heal
There
it.
was a
Everybody
group
kept trying to
do
heal it, and it kept doubling in size. And I was like, "This is a dumb dynamic. They're not going to keep going with this." Sure the heck enough. TPK, all of them. Rocks fall. Everybody dies. That was the game. Like,
Let's go. Yep. That's how you win D&D, friends.
Yeah.
Sabrina, what was your question, dear?
TPK.
Because death is different here and death has taken a holiday, are there not spirits around?
There are a ton of spirits around. Sabrina, for a second, you take a look around and things of that sort, and you kind of look. This place is chock-a-block with spirits. More so than a large city. Like, there are caravans of soldiers that are wandering the countryside. What looks to be people in plain clothes, different factions, like warring factions. You see a couple of skeletal riders go, like, flying past down this road, seamlessly traveling up and down. The rest of your party doesn't see. Not only are there spirits, this place has all spirits, like too many. It's like it's so many of these like ghostly visages just sort of traveling the paths.
And this looks to be like all different like timelines, or is it all Barovian, or is it like from other places too?
I'll say this: everybody's sort of packing up and getting ready to leave the campsite, and Sabrina's just like, "Whoa!" Like just mouth agape and sort of looking about the space. Investigation or history, Sabrina? I'll say. I know both are int based, but just in case you took proficiency with one, like
Investigation. I have proficiency.
hey,
Doesn't really help. 12.
I got you, boo. Yeah, they look to be from different like time periods and things of that sort. From what you know of ghosts, it takes a gnarly like surge of energy. Like they've got unfinished business, and this is a lot of unfinished business. Like this is like everybody's Google Calendar went off at the same time. Their notes went like you don't know what they were supposed to do. Like this is so much unfinished business that you're wondering what exactly is going on.
With my deity being who they are,
Yeah.
this is probably very uncomfortable for me. Even though I'm spirit based, my god is like the scales. Like he's like, this is not balanced. This
Yeah, you can't even see the other scale. You're on the far left, and you're like looking up, and there's a scale, and you're like, something broke here.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Everybody packs up. You begin to walk down the path. You got one more day of travel. I need somebody. Let's go, Beth again. Beth, I know you're hanging out in the chat. Beth, give me another D100, please, to determine what the other random encounter is going to be. 79.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I'm gonna grab a couple like little small stones as we're packing up. That's all.
Okay. Okay. Uh, as you begin to walk down the path, you see an old man. The old man is right next to this tree, and seems as you become forward, he starts like hawking to you. He just goes, "Gold rings. Please come by the gold rings. They are authentic gold, made here in Barovia. Protect you from evil spirits. Warding rings. These are the best rings around. Please." And he just sort of like shakes at you, and you look. He's set up in this old tree that must have been struck by lightning at some point, and he's selling the rings out of a small hole at the center of the tree, like the knot of the tree. But like he's coughing occasionally. He's got he's losing his hair. He's got these long wisp of white that go past his chin. It gives him this kind of like perpetually greasy look to him as he goes, "Gold rings. You want some gold rings? Please come. Please, I need you to buy them. I'm giving them away practically."
I'm only interested if he starts talking about having honey or dates or pistachios. Otherwise, I don't know.
Honey, dates, pistachios, like,
Come on down. Drop on by.
You're gonna stop on by.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. You come up to the man, and he looks at you, and he goes, "A weary traveler. You've come to buy rings from the best ring seller around in all of Barovia."
Well, honestly, I stopped over because you sounded like you were sick. Can I help you?
No, this is just how I talk. It is a
Well, I heard you coughing. I didn't know.
no. It's everyone in Barovia coughs.
You look real wheezy.
Yeah, I mean, this is a medical condition. It's hereditary. It is not from sort of being here. Can I?
Oh.
Everyone in Barovia coughs.
Yes.
Are you all sick?
Many of us are. Sort of, there is not much food. You make do with what you have.
Oh, so you're selling the rings to make money to buy food for your family?
Yes, yes. I have a very sick grandma and very sick children, and there is a very sick
Oh, well, how about you
cat.
take us to your house, and I'm a healer. I could help.
No, no, no. It is sick with the leprosy. I don't want you catching it.
I could
Your
cure
body
that.
parts are falling off?
Yes, all the body parts are falling off. Did you want to buy a ring or something to help me
Did
feed
fingers
my
fall off?
very hungry family?
What kind of rings are they again?
These are rings that I have found personally combing the fields of Barovia. I'm not sure what sort of magical effects they may possess. Some of them may be regular,
You
but
combed the fields and stole off dead people to sell their jewelry.
they are not using them anymore. They are dead.
Seems like a fine
They're
entrepreneur to
angry.
me.
I did not understand. You both spoke at the same
Oh,
time. I
sorry,
mentioned I'm very sick in potassium a deficiency. Like, I need to. So, did you want to buy the rings or?
Are there any laid out, like within view and stuff?
There's 4 of them laid out within the knot of the tree.
So with Victor's kind of like background, he can pretty easily pinpoint which one's the most valuable. I'd like to
Alright.
attempt to steal that one.
Okay. Yeah, man. Give
Good,
me. Give me a. I guess a sleight of hand.
25.
25.
He stole my wallet too. Dang it.
Phew. All right. Well, I have to come up with the stats for a ring maker now, which I'm very appreciative. I'm going to say that
He's sickly, so it can't be that good.
I'm going to say anything other than a nat 20, and he does not notice you taking this ring.
The rings that are laid out while you're doing that.
You mean the 3 rings?
The 3 rings, correct. are they all look the same? Like, is
No,
there any?
there's a gold one that's looks somewhat ordinary. There's one that's made of wood that looks like someone may have carved it, or it was like a kid's toy or something like that. The one that Victor goes for is this silver band inlaid with rubies all around the side, small little chunks of ruby, and at the center of the ring itself, it's actually home to a diamond that seems to glitter. And things of that sort. So
Like fancy engagement ring.
it's super fancy engagement ring. Like somebody got married and then they dyed it.
Okay. Where did you find these rings again?
All over Barovia. It is sad when they are things happen to people and but you must continue living. Please, I have 3 sick grandmothers at home, and
How much
I'm
is
sorry?
a gallon of fresh water?
a gallon of fresh water. I'm not sure. You could probably get quite a bit of gold for it.
Could I trade you a gallon of fresh water for your wares?
Yes. Do you have a container for the water?
No.
Would any
Don't
of the
you?
rest of you like to buy a ring or something?
I'll let you drink from the fountain.
It's mighty bold of you to assume that if I wanted to drink anything, it would be water.
Okay, so the really fancy one is the one that Victor pilfers, but there was 4 to begin with. What was the other one?
It was the plain gold, the wooden one. Oh yeah, there was another one. It's made of leaves and vines that have been tightly wound together. This one might have been like the project of somebody who is just sort of idly like making something while doing a craft or something. But it looks woven.
Somebody in chat roll me a d3. Maybe?
Maybe.
How do you roll a D3? Is that an
Roll a
option?
d6.
Oh, you can't. Yeah. Somebody
Roll a
roll a
D6?
D6. You just broke the brains out of everybody in the audience. You're like, everyone roll a D3. That doesn't exist, and now I know you're paying attention. Like,
I'm so sorry, but at least
Yeah,
at least
make it a
people pay
D6.
yeah, look at that. The whole chat's going like exclamation point D3. Did you think
I'm
about
very
that,
sorry.
Icky V, before you
No,
said
no,
these
it's not.
things out of your mouth?
Nope.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just vomiting things at this point. You're getting words.
6
D6
over
divided by 2.
Chef Holodeath, you get DM inspiration, buddy.
How was your real homework?
I'm going to roll
Someone's
this.
got to do a D6.
Okay, that's fine.
Hang on. A
Oh,
2.
there it is.
2.
There we got a 2.
2. All right. I will.
Which would be a 1. Sorry.
I will say. All right. Just use this. This isn't my decision. Hold on. Okay. How much do you want for the rings?
I mean, you have gold. I am willing to take gold. If you have blood, I am willing to take blood. Just
Well-
a few beats, a small bag.
I can give you 10 gold for all of them.
No. I could not do this. It is only 1 ring per customer.
All right. I will take the woven one.
Perfect. He holds out his hand for the 10 gold, pocketing the other ring in his left hand. You know what I mean? Just sort of like holding it like this as he, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll hand him the pen and get the ring.
Perfect. Yeah, they hand you over the ring. It's super cool. Thrums with magical energy. You're going to have to wait to see what that ring does.
How do you accept blood as a currency?
I have bags, I have knife. You have blood.
You have bags? I could give you water.
He goes, these are blood bags. They are not earmarked for water bags.
Well, who do you trade the blood to?
The vampires.
And that's their form of currency?
Yes?
Are there many shops that accept blood as currency?
No. So the demand is up.
Gotcha. So the value of the blood is very high.
Depends on the type.
I bet.
A person buying the blood. What did you think I meant?
What did you think that I thought you meant?
I don't know. It's just, but again, like blood type. It's a play. Are you going to buy a ring, big man?
I think I'm done. But thank you.
You're very welcome. He just goes to like sort of looking about the space, like looking for more
I
travelers to
have a
walk down
question
this
for
road.
you.
I have answers.
What's at the end of this path?
He looks down. He goes, "You have a small grove that might be a safe place to rest, and then if you should you keep traveling, you will find the road, the signpost to Cypress Hill."
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And he gives a small nod.
Maybe any
Sabrina,
travelers by today?
Sabrina, give me an insight check.
Absolutely. Where's insight? I can spell. There it is. I'm very tired. What did I get? I can't even see. 6.
Cool. Martin, what was your question?
Had there been a lot of people by today?
He looks at you and he's like, "No, you are the first ones I have seen."
Well, good luck. I hope your family feels better.
Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Okay.
Okay. You guys continue to walk forward towards that small clearing where you settle down for another long rest. The only question I have, Sabrina, you are much easier to be able to sort of like hold on to your sleep this time. It's still restless for everybody. Martin, sure enough, throughout the course of the night, after a little bit of fresh water from your endless decanter of water, you are able to wash away the bruised marks on your hand. Victor, are you trying on the ring? Or are you holding the ring?
Oh, no. Victor has been around long enough to know that you don't put on random rings without getting them identified first.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm about this. What about you, Sabrina?
Actually, I want to hold it in my hand,
Okay.
but not put it on. And I want to try and focus on it to find the dead person it belonged to.
Interesting. I'm gonna say the odds of anybody like being around you that's like I've been following my ring, like it's gonna be tricky. Roll me a D100. A 15 or below, that person just happens to be within like sort of focus earshot.
Sure.
But a 16 and up, you have no idea. You don't know where they are. I think that's pretty good odds.
Gonna move my iPad so I can see. Roll. I forgot. It's the 2-step process. Maybe? Oh, there they are. 64.
64. So no, you kind of feel out. There's lots of spirits around. So trying to find the needle in a haystack that belongs to this particular one is difficult.
Would I be able to get anything at all off of it? Not necessarily like to see if the spirit was around, but like if it was what kind of race it was,
Arcana.
or
I guess if you're trying to figure out what race it is, this is more of an int check. This is just a like what
yeah, I
what finger
was,
is this good for?
trying to use my spirit session
Sure.
just to kind of figure something out about this ring. No. Nuh-uh. Not at all.
You can insight that the ring is probably of like druid make. This feels like something a druid would make, or so there's a great possibility that earth magics are tied to this ring in some particular way, if any magic whatsoever. You do feel the thrum of the arcane. Your mind immediately goes to to wood elves and gnomes, if there are like individuals of different races here, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Okay.
cool. Is that all we're doing for the night?
For me.
No.
Yeah.
Martin?
No, I have a thing,
Yeah, I
but
want-
Martin go first.
All right, sorry.
She said you can go first.
Oh, okay. You sure? You sure you don't want to go?
Please just go.
Okay. All right. So, sorry. I want to make the water bottles for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, use my channel divinity and make water bottles for everybody. One for each of them.
Go ahead and post in the chat too, buddy. Give them a reminder, because I see this look on everyone's faces like, yes, it is good to hydrate, but also like, what is water bottle? So go ahead and post that information in the Discord, just as a reminder to me, not to them. They obviously all remember, but like, cool. As you make water bottles with your I saw that, Icky. As you make water bottles with your channel divinity, Exo, what are you doing?
Would like to see if either Victor or it was Sabrina who had the other ring, right?
Yeah.
Would be as so kind as to maybe let me see them and maybe work with them a little bit and see what I can figure out.
Absolutely. Victor does the little coin trick with the ring and passes it over to Exo.
Coin trick, the flip over the finger
The
thing?
flip over the finger thing, yeah.
That's really slick. That's super slick. I'm gonna put googly eyes on your ring now. I hope that's cool.
Just don't want to deal with the consequence.
Oh, is that a good idea? Oh, this.
I think it's a genius idea.
I love it. It's fantastic. Terrifying.
Scribe, you done goofed, my dude.
As you put the googly eyes on the ring, you hear a, yes, hello. How may I assist you?
Real quick time pause thing. Victor's ring was the one that
The
didn't have
fancy
Fancy
engagement
with
ring.
the
the
rubies
engagement.
and the
Okay, thank
diamond.
you.
And
Okay. Yes. Who did you belong to?
I belong to one Lord Chanceley.
Okay. How long have you been separated from his body?
Oh, it's hard. I just now wrapping my ring head around the concept of time. So,
Time.
yeah, yes, I would assume it would have been a few years now. I was in the dark for quite some time until an individual man who smelled of death and rot just sort of came by and ripped me off of that finger.
Did your Chanceley know of the Baron?
The Baron von Strahd. Yes, he was part of a small army sent to contain him.
To no avail.
Apparently not. Are we just saying
Unfortunate.
things now?
I suppose we are. Yes, as a matter of fact. Did you know that all tea is from the same plant?
Cool, gotta go. My magic is fading. Here I go. Did you have any other questions as I fade back into non-existence?
Ask it what it does.
No, it's
What do
too
you
late for
do?
that. No, bye. And the two googly eyes fall to the ground.
Ooh, can I pick them up and use detect magic on them and see if there's anything that remains?
Sure, yeah. There is nothing left on the googly eyes.
Oh, not even.
Your
like,
bag
recognition?
glows. Yeah, but
Oh, wait. So if I use detect magic on the googly eyes, the bag will glow?
yeah.
Oh.
detect magic isn't a direct thing.
It's like an aura.
Yeah, the rings glow like that the one that you're holding from
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry. I understand now. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. You doing anything else with the other ring? Are you putting googly eyes on there?
I'm going to look between Victor and Sabrina and just be like, are we doing this a second time? He was a bit sassy.
If we do, I think the right question is, do you grant a boon to the wearer of you?
Oh, that's valid. That's
I mean,
You could just put it on.
no, you can put it on.
All right.
No.
None of you have seen Lord of the Rings. This is what I'm
Adventurers,
getting from
or
all of this.
Oh,
I've known you all for less than 24 hours, and it boggles me at how unprepared you are to be out doing what you do. For
It's called life, guy. Nobody's prepared
I
for that.
hope that we can find this Zach person that you're all talking about, so that I can leave. It
Well, it's
pains me that you are all so inept at adventuring, and yet I am stuck with you in an alternate plane where I am trapped with a vampire lord. This is great.
So
I'm
what were you
gonna
doing
take
before
one of
this?
my gloves from my costume kit and just whack Victor across the face. Feel better?
I do. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You have feelings. You need to let them out.
And I hug him.
Is not good.
Victor falls into the hug.
Yeah, it's real nice, Papa.
It's a safe space here.
Are
Always.
Are we good? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're inept. We know. I'm
It's really
basically
hard.
a swamp, and I worked in a
Let it
shop.
out. Let it out,
That's
big guy.
disgusting.
Let it out.
So,
I just
no.
used to steal things, and I don't like this here.
Are you touching my wallet?
I'd like to attempt to slide a hand on Martin.
Yeah, go ahead and do me a sleight of hand, big guy.
22.
Yeah, you take Martin's wallet, and it's got his driver's license, his AAA card, a Blockbuster card for some reason. That's weird. Why would Martin?
Well, it was
still
the
hold
first
on to
one
that?
I ever got, and
No,
I kept it
know.
because it was the
Yeah.
first one I ever got.
He's like one punch away from a free sub too, and so he's gonna be disappointed when you take that.
Yeah, I took your wallet. Here it is. Everything's there, I promise. You can always trust a thief to not lie, I guess.
That's it.
How
Let it
very
out.
Jack Sparrow of you.
I'll take the wallet and put it back in the same pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. Exo, what are you doing? Are you doing anything with that ring?
I was gonna look like after their tender, sweet, really confusing moment ended. I was going to look back at Sabrina and just be like, "Eh, eh,
Look, it's your googly eyes, man.
your ring. You paid a whole $10 for it."
Yeah.
You ever get curious about the nature of data exchange when you're not really paying for something, but you are getting something for free? You're the product. Sorry, that's
No, I
otherworld.
don't like that at all. No.
So googly eyes,
They're your googly eyes.
it's your ring.
Oh
Wow.
no, two very passive people trying to make friends at a crowded party.
Oh no! Don't look.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Scissors.
Googly eyes.
Shoot. Okay. Googly eyes it is.
Ada, Wolf, Big Mike, do you think this is what it's like when introverts meet each other in the wild?
As a regular introvert, it is.
Yeah, man. I don't get this. Like, I would be like, "Hey, what's up, new best friend?" And like, "Are we hugging it out?" But this was just like, "Well, it's your googly eyes. Well, it's your ring, and I suppose we could talk about it for a couple more hours, and then
It's
both."
the peanut
This
butter
is-
chocolate thing all over
This
again.
is literally what happened when we met in real life.
When we
believe
met
it.
in real life, that's literally we're like, where do you want to go to dinner? I don't know. Where do you want to go to
I
dinner?
already know.
Exo,
You like-
you throw the googly eyes on the
4 hours
green
later.
ring.
Slap.
Sub, dude.
Oh, jeez.
Hi.
Sup?
Hello.
Sup, bro?
Uh, where did you come from?
Where did
Where
you
did you
go?
go?
Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. That's a killer song, yo.
Right. You're exactly right. So you're from the Druid?
Totally. Those dudes are
Yeah.
amazing. They grow the best stuff, like vegetables and mushrooms, which is also a vegetable. I was like, what? Put it in
Yeah.
salad.
So, do you grow things too? Is that what your thing is?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm a ring, so I don't really like grow stuff.
But what do you do? You're
I
a
mean, I
ring.
hang out, man. Like, I just hang out. Like, I also bestow upon, like, the person, like, who wears me, like, the coolest spell. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you, like, you gotta go, but you wanna, like, go with a little bit of style. So I come with Misty Step, my dude. And the air surrounding me when you Misty Step has a light fragrance to it that only select individuals will recognize the smell.
Perfect. I chose the perfect ring.
It sounds like you've had a very storied life and history,
It's true,
dude.
man. I mean, sometimes I'm like, what?
I concur
Oh
indefinitely
no, the
and
magic
indifferently.
is fading. I feel myself going back and hanging out with my buddy Wheelie, Mr. Wheel. Do you have one more question before I go into the
Take it
ether?
easy, dude.
Later on the menge. And he disappears. Cool. Heroes, you have a ring that you know is associated with the Misty Step spell. And you all pack.
For the record, everyone can hear it when the googly eyes are used, right? It's not just
Oh,
a me
absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
it's everybody. You set off. Victor, you know you have a ring of some sort and that it is imbued with magic, but you're not sure quite what it does. Are you placing the ring upon your finger before you leave?
No.
Okay.
Victor will not be.
Sabrina, are you equipping Misty Step to your arsenal?
Yes.
You get one casting a day of the Misty Step spell. I just need you, for fun reasons, to let me know when you use that particular spell.
Can
For
do.
completely normal, cool reasons. Not for anything associated with the ring, but just let me know and we'll. Cool. It's fine.
Bring it out.
Yeah, bring it up. Okay, cool. Everybody sets off the next morning, and as you do, you begin to walk down that road as Sabrina, the details become sharper and sharper of exactly what you are going to be able to find at the end of this road. Now, before you get to that point of uncomfortable, as you know that you've got a little ways to go before you encounter Strahd, a small child comes running into the clearing. The child's wearing modern-day clothing, blue jeans, a set of sneakers, and wearing a backpack. As they come running into the clearing, they sort of look at you. They look up and down, and she goes, "Have you guys seen a vampire? Big guy?"
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
I mean, not today, but yes.
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. And that is where we are going to end tonight's adventure.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
What
Thank-
it looked like?
The kid looked like they had like just sort of a tangle, like a mess of like curly brown hair with like little trinkets inside of it and things of that sort. A tattered dress, but just human in appearance, and just this mop of like hair and modern day clothes.
Cool.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. This is going to be a fun continuation. We've got like one more episode set within Barovia, and if everything goes right, we go back to the boss fight where these heroes will be geared up and suited up and have their original team back, and Victor can go into retirement. I think he's learned a valuable lesson, and it's a wonderful life, D&D style. So we've got a cool ring that just does Misty Step and nothing else, and some other cool items as well. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. We're going to do Hard Hands Out. And hey, thanks for breaking the veil with us.